The storm hit the village like a warning from the sky. Thunder rolled across the mountains, and lightning flashed against the old wooden houses. Inside a dim, lonely room, Isla, a 19-year-old girl with quiet eyes, stood frozen. Her heart pounded as the heavy footsteps of strangers echoed outside. Her father's voice trembled. "Isla, they are here for you." She looked at him with shock. "Father, what do you mean?" Before he could speak, the door burst open. Two tall men in dark cloaks stepped inside. Their faces were hidden behind metal masks. They didn't look human. Their eyes glowed faintly, cold, sharp, silver. One of them opened a scroll and read in a flat voice. "By the order of Lord Cale Raverin, the debt of 70,000 credits must be paid. The debtor has offered his daughter as repayment. She now belongs to Lord Cale." Isla felt her world fall apart. Sold. Sold to a man she had never met. Sold for her father's mistakes. Her father broke down in tears. "I had no choice, Isla. I had no way to save us." The masked men grabbed her gently but firmly. She screamed, kicked, tried to pull away, but they lifted her like she weighed nothing. As the storm raged outside, Isla was taken away, carried into a massive black ship waiting in the forest, its engines humming with alien energy. She didn't know where she was going, or who waited for her. But deep in her heart, she felt one thing clearly. Her life was no longer her own. And she had no idea that the man she was being taken to was not a normal man at all. Isla sat inside the ship, shaking. The walls glowed with strange blue lights, and the seats were made of metal she had never seen before. The ship did not fly like a normal vehicle, it glided through the sky without sound. The masked guards ignored her fear. They spoke in a strange, coded language, short, robotic sounds. But sometimes, she could hear words she understood. Protect. Control. Power. They were not human. She knew that now. After hours of silent travel, the ship dropped into a valley thick with fog. A huge stone fortress stood in the center, half buried in the mountain. Flames burned in tall metal towers. Strange flying drones circled the sky. The guards escorted her inside. The hall was quiet, cold, and filled with shadows. At the far end stood a man, tall, broad-shouldered, dressed in black armor that shimmered faintly like starlight. He was handsome but intimidating, with sharp eyes that looked like they could read her soul. This was Lord Cale Raverin. He did not smile when she approached. He simply studied her, too calmly. "You are Isla," he said in a deep voice. "Yes," she whispered. "You were offered to me as payment for your father's debt." Her throat tightened. "I did not agree to this." "I know," he said. "But your father did." He stepped closer. She felt the air change around him, heavy, powerful, almost electric. "You will live here now," Cale said. "You will have food. Clothes. A warm room. No one will touch you without my permission. But you cannot leave." Isla glared at him with trembling anger. "So I am your prisoner?" Cale paused, then slowly said, "You are my responsibility." It wasn't the answer she expected. Life in the fortress. Days passed. Isla was given a private room, clean clothes, and food better than anything she had ever tasted. Servants treated her with respect but spoke very little. Every night, she heard strange sounds coming from deep inside the fortress, echoes, metal clashes, humming energy. Sometimes the floors shook gently, as if something massive was moving underground. Cale rarely spoke to her. But whenever he did, he watched her carefully, like he was studying her reactions. He wasn't cruel. He wasn't kind either. He was unreadable. But one night, everything changed. Isla woke to the sound of alarms. A red light flashed across the walls. Servants ran through the halls in panic. She stepped outside her room and grabbed a passing guard. "What is happening?" The guard didn't answer. Instead, he shoved her inside a storage room. "Stay here. It is not safe." but Isla refused to be trapped. As soon as the guard ran off, she slipped out and followed the noise. The fortress shook violently. A huge explosion echoed from the eastern wing. She saw smoke rising, sparks flying, glowing symbols flashing in the air. The whole building felt alive, like something was waking up. Then she froze. Down the hall, Kale stood alone, fighting something she could barely understand. His body glowed with blue energy. His eyes were bright like burning stars. His armor shifted shape around him, forming sharp edges and metal wings. He was not human. Not even close. A massive creature, half machine, half beast, charged at him, but Kale moved faster than anything Isla had ever seen. He grabbed the creature by the neck, slammed it into the floor, and sent a blast of pure energy through its chest. The creature fell still. Isla gasped. Kale turned sharply, his glowing eyes locking onto her. Isla! What are you doing here? She stepped back, trembling. What are you? His armor collapsed inward, melting into his body until he looked human again. His glowing eyes faded, but not completely. He walked toward her slowly. I never wanted you to see this. Are you going to hurt me? She whispered. He stopped in front of her, close enough that she could feel his heat. No. I would never hurt you. But you're not human. No, he said quietly. I am from the Varan line. A human-machine hybrid created centuries ago to protect this region. But my kind is nearly extinct. I am one of the last. Isla stared in shock. So, why did you take me? Why buy me with my father's debt? Kale looked away, pain flickering in his eyes. Because someone is trying to kill me, he said. I sensed danger months ago. I needed someone innocent, someone untouched by the politics of this world, someone I could trust. Isla frowned. You don't even know me. No, he agreed softly. But every person around me wants power, or control, or my secrets. You were the only one who wanted freedom. She didn't know whether to feel angry, afraid, or sorry. Then what am I to you? Isla asked. A servant? A shield? A prisoner? Kale stepped closer, his voice lower, rougher. You are the first human I have met in years who looks at me without fear. Without greed. Without hate. He lifted her chin gently. And maybe, you are the first person I want to protect not because of duty, but because I choose to. Her heart pounded. Why me? Kale's voice dropped to a whisper. Because the night you arrived, the sensors reacted to you. Your energy is unlike any human. You are not normal, Isla. What does that mean? Before he could answer, another explosion shook the fortress. Smoke filled the hall. Kale grabbed her hand. No more secrets. From this moment, you stay with me. I will explain everything. As they ran through the burning corridors, chased by strange machines and hidden enemies, Isla realized one terrifying truth. She was not just sold into marriage. She was pulled into a war. And somehow, she was the key to Kale's survival.